Good morning, everyone. It's Sal, Stretford Post. How you all doing? And welcome to another episode of Breaking Dawn. It's Friday again. It absolutely is, guys. It's the weekend of Manchester United's game against Arsenal. Massive game in the Premier League. The biggest game in the Premier League history, guys. And I'm talking about the Premier League, right? I'm talking about the Premier League. It is the game that put the Premier League on the map. You know, whether it was the Battle of the Buffet or the FA Cup semi-final, it put the Premier League on the map and it gave the Premier League an oomph, a boost. That's what it did. It is still, regardless what anyone says about your cities, about your Chelseas, it's all about Manchester United and Arsenal, which is still the creme de la creme of Premier League football, of course, guys. Guys, before I start, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash a like on the video. If you guys could do that for me, that'd be absolutely fantastic. And also, don't forget to put your notifications on because you know what? You never know when I go live these days. But anyway, wherever I am and whatever channel I am, thank you so much for joining me, guys. You absolute diamonds of a people. Of course, guys, we are going to enjoy this Friday. We're not going to stress. We're going to be good, guys. Now, let's get into some transfer news. Now, guys, obviously, you may have heard about the reports coming out in regards to Manchester United's revenue. Manchester United have dropped below 5th place for the first time, allowing the likes of Manchester City and Liverpool to overtake Manchester United as the richest club in England in regards to revenue, of course, guys. Now, why is that? Some people are saying that's because of the European football. We didn't get any European football. Well, we had European football last season, 24-25, which is what the revenue table suggests, 24-25. We had European football. Manchester United have wasted a lot of money and obviously sacking managers and employing people and sacking them 5 minutes later does not help, does it? With this incompetent board, guys. It is an incompetent board. We don't have a good board, for goodness sake. Snakes and ladders board, for crying out loud, except we're just going down a snake. That's what we're doing. We're Manchester United and we fall when we want to, exactly as Jim Ratcliffe as basically turned us into. Now, guys, there will be spin, there will be nonsense, but Manchester United do need to do something about it. Now, what is the most important thing for Man United to do? All right, we're in debt, right? That's true. Well, Jim Ratcliffe, you facilitate the Glazers. You're the one who put the Glazers, you know, you're the one who gave the Glazers a mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. You're the one who gave the Glazers a life support machine. You know, you're the one who gave the Glazers CPR. You are the ones, Jim Ratcliffe and co. You are the ones that gave the Glazers a chance. A chance. Now, what do we do about this? Well, Manchester United need to do one thing. Invest. I know we're in debt. I know we're in debt. And you know what? It may look a little bit how we're going to invest with no money. We're going to have to borrow money and we're going to have to get in more debt. And this is what Man United are going to do. This is why Manchester United needed a full sale. They needed a full sale. They needed to get the Glazers out, the debt cleared, and we would have been fine. But guys, let me get into some transfer news. Of course, we're not going to rest on our laurels. And firstly, I want to talk about Casemiro. Now, Casemiro, it's surprising to me that he's gone before the likes of Maguire, Dalot, and Luke Shaw. Casemiro has gone before them. Again, another player that, you know what, has more justifiably, it could justify why he should stay more than those. Now, he is leaving the football club at the end of the season. We'll not be signing a new contract, and I want to wish Casemiro the best of luck. Guys, he's come at a period in a very difficult period for Manchester United. Had a fabulous first year at Man United. Second year weren't so good, but he's really picked himself up this season and he's done very, very well. I want to wish him the best of luck first. A lot of players will be leaving this football club. Let me tell you that right now. And the likes of Luke Shaw and Dalot, they're not exempt. They could still be leaving at the end of the season. This will free up some space. Man United want to, I mean, I don't know how, but we want to lower our numbers in regards to quantity, in regards to the squad, so we can bring in more quality into the team. Now, one of the players that I mentioned a while ago, guys, you may have seen it, you may have seen when I mentioned him, is Federico Valverde. Now, according to the Spanish outlet E-Notices, they said that Manchester United have made an offer close to 120 million euros for Federico Valverde, which is about 104 million pounds. For Federico Valverde, the proposal reportedly appeals to Valverde with guarantees to play in his natural position and with offensive responsibilities. The Mirror reported that Valverde is considering a move to Manchester United. According to the report, he has told Real Madrid that he needs a project that trusts him as a complete midfielder. Now, guys, what do I make of this now? He's a midfielder. I'll be happy if we sign a midfielder, especially the quality of Valverde. We can't sniff our nose up at that. He's 27, though. Going to go on 28, of course. So he's a little bit on the other side, in my opinion. 100 million is a lot of money to spend. But at the end of the day, you know, if you want to bring in certain qualities, this is what you have to do. Man United do need to bring in some ready players that are ready. But however, I do believe that Valverde, the price tag is a little bit too much for Valverde. I think Man United can use that more wisely. They could probably buy 2 midfielders for that. I mean, about 110, 120. They could probably buy Baleba and they could probably buy Anderson. Or maybe Angelo Stiller and Baleba. They could probably do something like that. And I think this is what Man United need to do. Obviously, these are just rumours. This is from Spain that Man United have made an offer. That is worrying. If we made 100 million offer for Valverde, guys, I mean, it would be amazing. But obviously, we need more than one midfielder now, especially the fact that Casemiro will be leaving the football club. You know, so Man United need to buy a couple at least, guys. Rumour is Ugarte may be leaving Man United. Collier will be leaving Manchester United. So there's a lot of things, you know, that Man United need to fix. There's a lot of numbers that Man United need to bring in regards to that midfield position, guys. They have got a lot of work to do, which is why it baffles me. I'm completely dumbfounded why we haven't done any business so far this window. We've got a lot of work to do in the summer and we got the World Cup on. So, you know, how are we going to do it? You know, exactly that. We're leaving ourselves in a bit of a pickle, in a bit of a precarious position in regards to time. We won't have time in the summer. Maybe this is a technique so Glazers don't spend money, so Ineos don't spend money. I don't know. Maybe it's their technique that so they just sit back and not spend any money. Maybe that's what they want to do. Maybe that's their plan all along. Maybe. Who knows, guys? But Valverde to Manchester United linked again. Not the first time, guys. I did bring it into the show about a few months ago. Valverde to Man United. People are laughing at it, but guys, but it is going on and it is reported by respected Spanish outlets now as well. Just like the Cole Palmer one was when I mentioned it first. Now everyone's starting to talk about it, guys. Absolutely. I mentioned Cole Palmer over 2 weeks ago, guys. Absolutely. But guys, in regards to Valverde, what would I say? It'd be a great signing. It would be, but I don't think it should happen because I think Man United can get more money, more deals for the money. I think we need more numbers. I think we can get Baleba, an Anderson, a Stiller, a Wharton for that price. And, you know, I think Man United should be more shrewd and more mature in regards to the way we spend money that we don't really have, of course, guys. Absolutely. Now, another player that Man United will be linked to, of course, Harry Maguire may be leaving at the end of the season. So Man United's responsibility is to find cover in defense. Now, I don't personally believe that we need defenders. I don't. I think we've got Aiden Heaven, we've got Lenny Yoro, we've got De Ligt, we've got Licha Martinez, you know, we got Fredrickson and we got Kolungi coming through the ranks as well. But Manchester United, however, having said that, Manchester United are looking at defender. And one of the defenders that Manchester United are looking at is Mickey van der Ven. Of course, Mickey van der Ven, a Tottenham Hotspur defender, 24 years old, centre-back, incredibly talented player. Manchester United are maintaining their interest in Mickey van der Ven, whom they have tracked since his time at Wolfsburg. Liverpool are also interested, while Real Madrid, Bayern Munich are also said to be aware of the circumstances. In response to the interest, Tottenham have placed 100. Who isn't worth 100 million these days, guys? Who isn't worth 100 million? Tottenham have placed 100 million price tag on Van der Ven. No, he's not worth 100 million, right? He's a 60, 70 million pound defender. Defenders shouldn't be going for 100 million. I'd much rather get Murillo. You know, I'll say that, guys, to be honest with you. If we are going to invest in a defender, which I believe we do need probably one more defender, but I believe Man United need to concentrate on that midfield. That's what we need to be doing, right? Concentrate on the midfield. And if we're thinking about a defender, concentrate on the right back position where we have Dalot, you know? Concentrate on that position right there where we have Dalot. I think that's what Man United need to do. That's what Man United need to do. They really do, guys, in regards to that. Because, guys, look, we may need more numbers in our squad. Of course we do. We haven't got a big squad. Our squad is extremely thin. But we also need to be smart in which players we bring in. You know, we have to fix the first team first before we start fixing, you know, little nooks and crannies in the team. And obviously we have De Ligt, you know, and we have players of that ilk who I feel De Ligt is the better player. I think, in my opinion, I think De Ligt is a better player than Mickey van der Ven. I know some people would disagree with that, especially Tottenham fans, but De Ligt is a better player than Mickey van der Ven, in my humblest of opinion, guys. He is. But you know what? There's going to be a lot of links to players, of course, over this next coming months. I don't want it to be a smokescreen. I don't want us to divert our attention to what's most important, is getting the Glazers out, getting Ineos out, and we're always gonna preach that on this channel. That's what we do on this channel. The Glazers out, Ineos out all day long, full sale only. That's what we need, guys. And it is evident, even more evident, that we need that now since the revenue table has been released. And you know, I do see a lot of Ineos bootlickers still trying to justify it. Oh, that's because of this. Oh, that's because of that. Trying to make excuses for the failures of what Ineos and the Glazers are doing collectively. And I think that, ever since the time they took their vanity project, things haven't looked good, bruv. Things haven't been good. And things have been going down a spiral, you know, and it's been negative news every single week. Every time I look around about Ineos and about the Glazers, negative. And that is not like I'm looking for negativity. They're giving us negativity every single week. You know, ever since the first day they walked into this football club, they made up their sob stories. They made up, we're going to be broke by December. They made up those stories, right? And they also made up a lot of lies as well about they're going to buy the football club in 2026, by the way. What's the year? 2026. What's going on? Are they going to buy the football club or what? Absolutely not. It's a manipulative. I mean, unfortunately, some of the thick people fell for it, unfortunately, and they fell for their little vanity project, sadly. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, and here we are in this position. Now, even people like Jamie Jackson, thank you everyone who tuned into the Jamie Jackson show yesterday. Even he was saying Man United without debt would be an unstoppable force. We will be an unstoppable force, guys. No one would touch us. Unfortunately, Jim Ratcliffe gave the Glazer mouth-to-mouth and resuscitation and all that jazz. We can still attract players at the moment. We can still accumulate some money at the moment, our own money, by the way. We're still making money, even though we've got, you know, the Glazers in charge. Now, imagine we didn't have them. You know, it's ridiculous. You know, you think about it, it infuriates you. It gets you angry when you think about it at the end of the day. But, you know, we probably buy anyone we want, to be honest with you. And we could have done that before the Glazers came in. We could have went out there and we bought any player that we wanted to buy. Sadly, we're not in that position anymore. And we can still buy players, no doubt. But, you know, we're always looking at the bank sheets. And if Ineos and Jim Ratcliffe were true supporters of this football club, Jim Ratcliffe would spend his own money fixing this football club. The 4 billion that was supposed to be spent on Chelsea, he would spend it on Manchester United, wouldn't he? That 4 billion that he was supposed to buy Chelsea with, what's happened to that? Why don't he go out there and spend 500 million on fixing Man United? Why don't he do that? You know, because he won't do that, because at the end of the day, you know, he doesn't want to spend money. This is all about a business for him. This is a business for him. And he needs to leave the football club. So do the Glazers. We've got the, obviously, protest next week. Of course, guys, coming up on the 1st of February before the Fulham game. It's going to be great, hopefully. And hopefully we put some pressure on Ineos. And obviously, once Ineos leave, it might put pressure on the Glazers, because that financial support for the Glazers will no longer be there. We're taking out the live support machine, and hopefully the Glazers will be leaving this football club very, very soon. So just to recap, guys, Van der Ven transfer to Manchester United. Links, of course. Real Madrid, Bayern Munich and Liverpool are also interested in the Tottenham defender, who is 24 years, guys. Absolutely. Now, lots of news is going to be coming out of Man United over this next thing, not least players that are going to be leaving the club. Obviously, you know, at the moment, we're not going to be letting any players leave. There is slight rumor about Mason Greenwood. Now, I'm very touchy when it comes to the Mason Greenwood situation, because obviously what happened, we have to be obviously men here and women. We have to be, because obviously what happened a while ago, I'm not going to hold him to that. I'm not self-righteous. I'm not that sort of guy. People make mistakes. People learn in life. However, At the end of the day, you reap what you sow in life. For two, you reap what you sow in life. And at the end of the day, Man United being linked to Mason Greenwood will not go down well with a section of the Manchester United fan base. Now, according to Football Insider, Manchester United have discussed bringing Mason Greenwood back to the club. Greenwood's name has been raised in the club's internal discussions as United are looking for a versatile attacking player. United inserted a buyback clause when they sold Mason Greenwood to Marseille in the summer of 2024. Now, look, guys, it just reeks of desperation for me. I really do think so. Would I bring Mason Greenwood back? No, I wouldn't. I've never believed in going back anyway, regardless who the player is. I think Man United need to move on from that, and Man United need to find someone else. Would Greenwood come back? You know what I mean? At the same time, after, he may feel in his heart that he was treated badly and he wasn't backed by the club. Look, guys, Man United need to move away from toxicity. Man United need to move away from negativity. Man United need to move away from the things that are holding us back, right? Bringing Mason Greenwood back would cause chaos in the fan base. And not least, it could affect the young lads' mental health coming back to Man United with a section of the fans, not least the fans away from home, who will be giving him abuse. And as me, who witnessed David Beckham, the abuse David Beckham got, and I know how that can affect players and stuff like that. So I wish Mason Greenwood all the best. However, there is links to Mason Greenwood again. They have resurfaced, and Man United may do a buyback clause in regards to him, of course, guys. But let's play that one by ear. Don't want to be mentioned too much about that. Of course, it's a very, very sensitive subject. Of course, guys, absolutely. More players, guys, in regards to news about contracts and stuff. Kobbie Mainoo looks set to sign a new contract at Manchester United. Look, we all make mistakes, like I said, but there's levels to mistakes, right? We need Kobbie Mainoo, and I wish Kobbie Mainoo best of luck and signing a new contract. He should be in the England squad. I've said that many, many times. He adds something different to that England squad. And hopefully, fingers crossed, he can get in the England squad. Of course, he's going to be more effective than, a 40-year-old bloody Jordan Henderson and things like that, of course. So he may be signing a new contract. That is good news. We support him and we move on, guys. At the end of the day, what's done is done. Done and dusted. It's done. We support the player and we move on, guys, because that's all we can do. And that's what all we should do, of course, guys. Absolutely. More news in regards to players that may be going out of the club. Harry Amass may be going on loan to Norwich City, guys. So at the end of the day, Norwich City loan agreement with Manchester United for Harry Maguire does not include a buyback clause. A buyback clause. Sorry, he will not be going to Norwich City on a permanent deal. Now there was rumours, guys, about Harry Amass. There was rumours about Harry Amass going away permanently, guys. But Harry Amass will not be leaving Manchester United. Guys, he will not be. He's on loan at Sheffield Wednesday at the moment, but there was rumours, guys, that he may be switching clubs. He may be going to Norwich City on loan with an obligation, but he may be going on loan to Norwich City, but there was no obligation. Just to let you know, just to clear that up for you guys. So obviously he's at Sheffield Wednesday, done very well at Sheffield Wednesday, and Norwich City are now coming with an offer. Which will obviously be next season, but Man United are not going to put an obligation to buy on that low on that, and Man United will not be selling Harry Amass by hook or by crook. Absolutely not. Very, very talented player, of course, guys. In regards to loans, Chido Obi Martin. Now, Chido Obi Martin, guys, it has been reported that Ipswich Town scouts have been present at Manchester United Academy games. Chido Obi Martin is a regular stand-up performer at these games and has scored 5 goals in 10 appearances in the Premier League this season. Premier League 2 this season, which is the youth league, of course, this season. There is speculation that Ipswich manager Kieran McKenna could use his connections with his former club to secure a loan for a player. Now, guys, let me hear me out on this one. Right. Ipswich Town, Chido Obi Martin. I don't think that's a bad idea, guys. I don't, because personally, having watched Chido Obi Martin, I do think he needs a loan. I think it would be good for him to go to the Championship. I think it would be good to him to learn his trade at a competitive level, which with Ipswich Town under McKenna, which is a good thing, of course, guys, connected to Man United and all that. I think Chido Obi should go to Ipswich on loan. He should go to Ipswich on loan. He should try it. and at the end of the day, and see what he can do over there in the competitive league. Because obviously we brought him in, talented, he's raw talent at the moment. Some are saying he hasn't got an opportunity. I've seen him play. He's a little bit Bambi on ice at the moment. He isn't quite where he's supposed to be, but I would have given him more opportunity in the first team if you ask me. I definitely would have given Chido Obi Martin more of a chance, in my opinion. But he could go on loan to Ipswich Town. Ipswich Town are very, very interested in bringing Chido Obi Martin to Manchester United. Now, I think this will be, as I said, I think this will be brilliant for Chido Obi Martin. I think he does need to go on loan. I really do think he needs to go on loan. Just like Harry Amass going to Norwich City on loan, I think it will be good for him to go. And at the start of next season, who knows what's going to happen? He may be, he may have scored 10 goals in the Championship. We're thinking, really good, great. A little bit of experience, build up his physicality a little bit. And we go from there, of course, guys. But very, very interesting in regards to what's going to be happening in the next few months, guys. Of course, guys. So a lot of players may be leaving. There may be a swap deal somewhere in there. Obviously, I was talking about Manu Ugarte going to Sunderland and Noah Siddiqui coming to Man United. Things like that could happen. That could occur, obviously, to save Man United from money, of course, guys. But there is going to be a lot of spin as well. And that is something that we have to be aware of in regards to the Glazers and Ineos. We know their game now. We should know their game now, of course. Ben Jacobs was speaking yesterday about how Man United are going to spend a lot of money. They're going to be very busy next window, should I say, in the summer. We've heard that all before. We've heard it all before. We're going to be busy in the summer. Yeah. I mean, all right, let's see. Let's see, because we heard that last time, didn't we? And we spat out a 4 out of 10 window. At the moment, I'd rather stop the buzzwords, stop the lies, and just do it. Do it. Because I know they're planting these media. I know they're planting these rumors in the media. I know they are. It's what they do. Just do it. And that's all I would say about that. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, guys, stop talking and just do, of course, guys. Absolutely. But it's, you know what? Last summer was their debut summer in regards to a full window. They had a lot to do. And they didn't deliver to the level that I expect them to deliver, considering Man United came 15th. And you saw all in plain sight, live and live in colour, the work that needed done at Man United. And they just fixed the attack, right? They didn't fix anything else. They brought a last-minute goalkeeper in, guys, and they brought him too late anyway, and it cost us a game against Arsenal. They didn't fix the midfield. They didn't fix the wing-backs. They did not back Ruben Amorim with the players that he wanted. And obviously, this shows me what they're all about, and I don't trust them. And look, just like last January, a year ago, they were saying, oh, don't worry, in the summer, we're going to absolutely smash it. We're going to go full throttle in this summer market, and we're going to destroy the market. And look, guys, they didn't, did they? They didn't. I guarantee you, in a couple of months, guys, let's say about April time, April, May, there's going to be rumors in the media saying, oh, Man United are going to be struggling to attract the top level players because, the FFP and the PSR, they're failing to comply with the FFP and PSR, and it's very difficult for Man United to bring in players. There's going to be all these excuses coming very, very soon, guys. You know about it. You know what's going to happen, guys. Whatever the excuse, there's going to be excuses coming around the corner for Man United, don't you? So... look, at the end of the day, it's actions more than words for me. It's actions more than words. We could talk about the players, any player we want to talk about until the cows come home. At the end of the day, until they get these deals done, I'm not really invested in it emotionally. I'm going to tell you the news, and I'm going to say what's coming out of Man United at the moment. But I'm not going to put it as a gospel and say that, yeah, we're definitely going to sign him. We're going to do that. We're going to do this. They're cooking and all that, which some Ineos prats are. To be honest with you. And to be honest with you, we are in a horrible position, guys, with these owners, and we need to push them out, and we need to get a full sale, hopefully. Will Qatar come back for Manchester United? Now, a lot of people are saying, yeah, but Qatar didn't want the football. Qatar did want the football club, right? And people could lie through their teeth about they were never going to buy the football club. They were. They're not stupid. They weren't going to overpay 3, 4, 5 times what the club is worth. They're not going to take a vanity project where they don't even own the football club of 27%, are they? At the end of the day, you know, Qatar will not come back. I said it a while ago, guys. Qatar will not come back into Man United because Man United disrespected Qatar. Sheikh Jassim Hamid doesn't exist. And that was proven wrong, isn't it? I would like to know where the apology is for that, by the way. Where is that apology for Sheikh Jassim Hamid doesn't exist? Where is the apology for that? What's going on with that? Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, no apology, nothing present. Absolutely not. Big up the community. I hope you're all doing well. Hope everyone is blessed, of course. Hope everyone is good. Hope everyone is blessed, of course, in the community. Big up, LB. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hey, Sal, I believe after the money report came out, we have no option but to go big or tumble down. And that is a very, very good comment because we have to go big, LB. Because you can do two things. You can say, oh, we got debt. We can't spend any money. But we're going to carry on sliding down that league. Guys, trust me, if we do not do something about it. There's two things they can do. They can invest or just get lost and sell the football club and you know, sell it to a full buyer. Do you know what I mean? Kenny, my guy, there were some fans on social media that are crying about Casemiro leaving at the end of the season. I told them, grow up. What do you mean crying? In a good way or bad way? Were they supporting it or were they against it? I don't know. But look, you know, what I would say is that thank you to Casemiro. We move on. And that's it. Bless Casemiro. He's done okay at Man United. He had a couple of good seasons. I think he's had a good season this season. And his first season, I think the season in the middle with Erik ten Hag, I don't think was very good. But I wish him all the best and thank you. There's no emotion attached to it. There shouldn't be. Man United move on. He's a rich man. He'll be fine. He's happy. He's going wherever he's going to go. And he's going to earn a packet, of course. He's going to earn a lot of money elsewhere. And I wish him the best of luck. And that's all I can say about that, you know. There's no need to be malicious or anything like that. We say, thank you, Casemiro. Well done, mate. You'll be in our memories. That's it. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Kula, good morning. Hope you're doing well. We have to spend big on serial winners to fill the void with Casemiro leaves. Will Baleba be able to fill that void? Who do you think is best suited to fill that void and will be successful? I'll be honest with you, Kula. The best person to fill the void is Elliot Anderson. I'm telling you right now. Elliot Anderson, there's a couple of people, right? You can bring in Valverde, who's a serial winner. You can bring in Elliot Anderson, who's got the potential to be a serial winner. Adam Wharton is third for me. But let's not discount Angelo Stiller. Angelo Stiller is also there as well for me. Baleba, I'm very concerned about Baleba because Baleba is not picking it up, guys. He's not picking it up, all right? He was okay in the AFCON. I watched the AFCON, enjoyed it. He was okay. Had a couple of good games. I think he had a man of match display one game. What I would say is that now it's the second half of the season, and I don't think I can analyze it now, you know, at the moment. What I would say, though, to everyone about Baleba is that, and I'm not going to change my stance on this, it's very, very likely that Carlos Baleba will be a Manchester United player, right? I've said it at the end of October. They had that meeting between his entourage, and there was an agreement there in place, right, between the player and his entourage, right? But that depended on performances on the pitch, right? And obviously, we didn't foresee the sacking of Ruben Amorim and stuff like that as well. But what also is important is the price tag. Obviously, his price tag was exaggerated when we were after him. There was 110 million euros. That's what they were asking for. And I said he's not going to go for 110 million. And people say, no, he's not going to go for less than 100. People saying on this channel. And I said, no. It's going to go for less than 100. And he will go for less than 100. But it's going to be about 60 million. That is what Man United are looking at the moment. Will Brighton over Albion budge on that? And I think if Brighton don't budge on that, Man United shouldn't just chase him and pay the money. Man United should just try and get Adam Wharton or Elliot Anderson or Angelo Stiller, one of those who are just as talented, if not more talented. Anderson, for me, is the future of football. Jamie Jackson said yesterday on my channel that Anderson reminds him of Rodri, a prime Rodri. And I think yes. And this is why Manchester City are fighting for Elliot Anderson. We have to look at that. Why do they want Elliot Anderson? You know what I mean? We have to look at that, don't we? Good morning, Sam. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're blessed. Good to see you, of course. Big up, Sam. Casimo's leaving. That means United need to sign 3 midfielder. Yes, Sam. 3. Good point. Some say 2. I say 3. Like Sam, absolutely. Who would be great for Man United? You know the three: Baleba, Anderson, Walton, Stiller, all these players there. Viguera, Giza, Kone. There's loads of midfielders out there that Man United can negotiate and get a hold of, guys. You know what I mean? They need to get a back three. I absolutely agree with them, Sam, there. Good morning, Sanjay. Hope you're doing well. Absolutely good to see you, guys. Sam, the wrong way of running a club is causing the downfall of the club. Owners don't want to invest money into the club, but keep collecting money from the club. Exactly that, Sam. Sam, I don't quite understand what these owners are on. Are they intelligent or what? I know they're intelligent and filling up their pockets. Don't get me wrong, right? But don't they realize that if you invest in the team to a sufficient level, not to the level that they do, half-hearted, in, out, 4 in, 4 out sort of thing. I'm talking about a proper investment. If they properly invested in this team, they're in line to make more money. We qualify for the Champions League. Maybe if we fixed our midfield, we'll be in that top 4 solid right now. We'll be in that top 4 100% solidified, guys. You know, rather than being near there. Maybe if we just fixed that midfield, maybe those draws would have turned into wins. Those losses would have turned into draws. You know, and that's what I'm talking about, you know, and they didn't fix that. And they didn't fix the wing back positions. They didn't fix, I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? You know, they don't understand that in any business, in any walk of life, if you got your own business, if you don't invest, you're not going to get anywhere. You know what I mean? Yet they can argue that, oh, we invested 200 million in players. Guys, Anthony, Rasmus, Rashford, leaving, Casemiro's leaving. Guys, we've lost. Varane left. Lindelof left. How much money did we save? They didn't invest nowhere near enough money in this football club, guys. Nowhere near on the level that this football club needed to be invested in, you know. Good morning, Ephraim. How you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you, of course. Guys, Valverde is worse than Ugarte. Headless energy with zero technical ability. Has never been able to keep up with... well, there you go. It's all about opinion. Now, take Camavinga instead. Camavinga's a good player. Fede ain't going nowhere. Who's your source, bruv? Black Sheep. Morning, Sal. Big up, Black Sheep. How you doing? Hope you're well. Sal, can we find a viable buyers who can support the protest? I think it can help us get rid of the owners. Yes. No one's interested, unfortunately, at the moment. Man United are a little bit of a derelict. Good morning, Sal. Big up SP fan. Big up Jamie. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Black Sheep. United don't want to spend money. Maguire, Shaw, and Dalot will be offered new contracts. Glazing, Legion, scumbags. There you go, Black Sheep. I agree with that. Daryl. Morning, Sal. We don't need defenders, midfielders, backup striker, left back, right back. That's my fault. We need depth. We do need depth, mate. But firstly, what we need to do, Daryl, is fix the spine of the team. And the spine of the team, of course, is the striker, the midfielder, and the defense. We need a midfield. We definitely. The midfield is the defense for the defenders and the attack for the attackers, the backup attack for the attackers. And if we don't fix the midfield, and the midfield is the engine of the team. It's the engine of the team. And if you don't fix the engine of the team, you know, you're not going to get anywhere. It's like, it's what makes everything happen. It's what makes everything click. It's the middle. It's the engine, the team, you know. And if we don't fix that, we're going to be in the same position. People look at our defense. Our defense is weak. It is not weak. It's not weak. Our midfield is weak. We expose our defenders. That's what we do. We expose our defenders because our midfield is weak, right? Hopefully, now with Mainu, with Casemiro, it will be better. It's more balanced, in my opinion. And hopefully we can go on and it will be a little bit better. But next season, we do need to fix that midfield, definitely. Not gonna lie, I was happy we dropped down the money rankings. These are the only things that will get the scumbags to sell. I don't know, Black Sheep, and let me tell you why. Because this is revenue, right? And all they need to do is organize a little trip to Saudi Arabia and we'll be okay. You know, if we fall further down that league, at the moment, we're precariously in 8th place. If we fall further down that league, then maybe. But let's give them a push, eh? Let's get them out of the football club. Let's see if we can get them out of the football. Let's see if we can get Ineos out. Let's see if we can get the Glazers out. It'll be such a blessing for Man United. I'm telling you, Man United. You know that table right there. That table right there. If the Glazers left the football club and Ineos left the football club, it's just going to go like this. We're going to go up, 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 up. You know what I mean? Like a temperature, like a kettle. It's just going to go poof. You know what I mean? So would love Van der Ven, but it will cost too much and too much for a defender. I agree with that. We need them gone ASAP. Absolutely. We need a midfielders or midfielder this window. I agree, mate. We've missed out on a couple at the moment. Will we get Ruben Neves? There's lots of talk about Man United putting a bid in for Ruben Neves. There's lots of talk about Man United putting a bid in for Wilfred Ndidi. I like Ruben Neves. I mean, I don't know why we don't go after Ruben Neves. Ruben Neves is going to cost what? Less than 20 million. Why are we not going after Ruben Neves? Why are we penny pinching? Go after Ruben Neves. Go and get Ruben Neves. Ruben Neves, 28, 29 years old, injury prone like Ndidi, right? And he's got 63 caps for Portugal. You know what I mean? I did see Ndidi in the AFCON. I think he's all right, but he's not an upgrade, guys. He is not an upgrade on Ugarte. He's not. You know, he's not an upgrade on Casemiro. I could argue that Neves maybe. But Ndidi's not. Ndidi is injury prone. This is the reason we didn't sign him in the first place. All those years ago, we didn't sign him in the first place. He's injury prone. You know? Kula, read that Jassim Entourage visited Carrington at Old Trafford as they are planning to make a new buy offer. They really have to take that offer and fuck off. I haven't heard nothing about them visiting Carrington, mate. I don't think they'll be allowed to be honest with you, considering the conflict of interest going on there. But what I would say is that, yes, you're absolutely right. It would be lovely if they did. I live here in the Middle East. Don't forget, I'm close with the Qatar. And what I would say is that they were disrespected during the buyout process. There were a lot of lies about not being able to prove their funds. Sheikh Jassim Hamid doesn't exist. And all this nonsense, do you know what I mean, at the end of the day? And, yeah, you know, it is a blessing that, Kula, that we need them to buy the football club. Man United would go from strength to strength if they bought the football club. And it's so infuriating. As I said yesterday with Jamie Jackson, it's frustrating and infuriating what's going on at the moment because we know the potential of Manchester United. We know, you know, with a full sale, with the debt cleared, what Man United can do is endless, guys. Endless. And as we said yesterday again, the only people that were happy about the Glazers buying the football club were our rivals. They're the only people who have benefited from the Glazers. Our rivals. Because as we said yesterday, if they didn't take charge of the football club, Man United will have 10 plus more titles right now. Let me tell you that. Even Bournemouth signed a player, which we have been mentioned on the stream. What a joke. Yes, Ryan Kenny. Man United were very interested in Ryan. Very, very talented kid. Brazilian. Going to be a Brazilian international. I liken him to R9. Again, another club, Kenny, that are acting more serious than Manchester United. Another club that put their hand in their pocket. Bournemouth. Where are they on the league? Bournemouth. And they're buying up-and-coming Brazilian players who are going to be stars in the future. And I guarantee you guys, with Ryan, just like Evan Nilsson and players like that they purchased, right? Just like Ryan's going to be a 60, 70 million pound player. In no time, guys, let me tell you that right now. Ryan will be a 60, 70 million pound player. And Man United were interested in him. Man United wanted him. But you know, Man United, well, we'll see what he does. We'll see what he does in a few months. Oh, we kick it down the road. Let's see what he does in a few months. That's exactly our problem. Wait, ponder, peekaboo FC. You know what I mean? That's what we are. Secret midfielders. Oh, I love playing this game. You know what I mean? Flipping heck. You know what I mean? We open the box. What's the secret midfielder? Pennywise. There you go, guys. Absolutely ridiculous. You know what I mean? LT. Big up, Sal. We're in a window and where we can buy players. Yet the smokescreen is sacking Amram and Casemiro announcement that he's leaving just so that we stop pressure all about the players. Not only that, the Nicky Butt and Paul Scholes situation, which diverted the attention away. Guys, some of us are awake. Some of us are asleep. I'm awake. I knew this Nicky Butt and Paul Scholes thing was a diversion thing, right? It's diverted away. any little bit of news coming out of Man United, for example, why did they announce the Casemiro thing now? Why? What does that do for anybody? What does that do for any Casemiro leaving now? January, 6 months or something until the end of the season. What does that do? It's because it's the transfer window and it's another day ticked off, right? That we're not going to sign any players because the window ends on the 2nd of February. They need to tick off as many days as they can possibly tick off. So when the window closes, oh, we run out of time. Oh, we run out of time. Oh, sorry, guys. We've run out of time. We were getting so close as well. We're getting so close. We're nearly there, but we would touch it. We can almost taste it, but we didn't get it. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Hey, stranger, what's going on, my friend? Big up from Cali. Big up the Cali family, my guy. Big up the West Coast, the West Side for life. Thanks for the daily info, Sal. Big up, my guy. I hope you're doing well. And I hope Cali as well. Hope it's nice in Cali. Hope it's beautiful in Cali. Lovely place of the world. Been there, of course. Lived there. And yeah, a great place. Big up Cali. Vino, to be honest, no player will leave Real Madrid for us or any other team when they are there at their peak. Maybe he needs a new contract. Could be a smokescreen, Vino. But one thing I heard about Valverde, he's not happy about the position he's playing in the team. He don't believe he's playing in his correct position. This is the rumors. Hey, big up Rajat. How you doing? Greenwood wouldn't even come back. I'd say let him enjoy it in time in France. I say exactly the same, Kenny. I just don't want to go down that territory again because I don't think it's going to benefit Man United or Mason Greenwood, in my opinion. Absolutely, Kenny. I feel like we should get rid of all the old players and try and bring in younger players that are able. Alex, I wouldn't say younger players. I would say players in about 25, 26. We got a lot of young, good players. I'll say players about 25, 26. For example, you know what? We're talking about, Ruben Neves. All right, he's 28, but that sort of player, I agree with you there, Alex. We do need to get rid of the old guard. We do. There's too many players, 31, 32, who've not achieved anything at Man United. And we have to be understandable with that, guys. Luke Shaw, how many managers has that guy sacked? How many managers has Luke Shaw sacked? Louis van Gaal, right? I'm not even going. It's going to take me forever. Rajat, could see Greenwood, Juve, or something like Dortmund. I could see that as well, Rajat, to be fair. I think summer transfers isn't going to be great. We are going to suffer even worse. Max, I agree. I think this is a perfect example, a perfect opportunity for them to do business now. Even, like I said yesterday, even to get the groundwork done on an Elliot Anderson, trying to get an agreement going on there. So that in the summer, we won't have as much work to do. You know what I mean? Right now, we're leaving ourselves with so much work to do in the summer. And the World Cup is on. And we all know what happens at the World Cup. What happens at the World Cup? A couple of weeks, 3 weeks before the World Cup, the players leave to go to the World Cup. A couple of weeks, 3 weeks after the World Cup, the players go on holiday. How are we going to do that much business? And all the players that we want are going to be, at the World Cup. Anderson's going to be at the World Cup. Wharton's going to be at the World Cup. Angela Stiller will be at the World Cup. You know what I mean? They're all going to be at the World Cup. Belabor be at the World Cup. Rajat, will Carrick play Dorgu as left wing as a cardinal option? I'm going to do my match preview very soon, guys. I'm going to be thinking about that. Probably what my prediction be. And it'd be no shit Sherlock, but I think he's going to pick the same team, Rajat. I think he's going to, if I was to say anything, I think it'll be, I don't think he'll change it. I personally believe that. I don't think he'll change it. Absolutely not. He played a wing. Yeah, absolutely. He played there. He's not going to change it. He'll play at the same place. On loan, definitely. Absolutely. Sam, Maguire will not be given the 2 years contract he's asking for there from them, but instead they want to give him 1 year with a reduced fee, 120k a week coming from MU. What do you think? No, Samuel. No, I don't want it. Why are we hanging on to these players, Sam? That's my question. Sam, why are we holding on to these players, these 30-year-olds? What's going on with us? What are we become, guys? I like Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire's a great personality, guys. But what does he represent? What does he represent? He represents failure. And I go the same with Luke Shaw and Dalot and these players. They represent failure for me. They represent everything that has been wrong with Manchester United over the years. We need to move on. Go and get Murillo. Go and get Van der Ven. Spend some bloody money. Go and get the midfield sorted out. We don't need Maguire. I'd rather play Kalungi and Fredrickson. If I'm being honest here, I'd rather get them into the football club. Honestly, into the team. Obi needs to play a match. It's going to be very difficult now, Rajat, with Michael Carrick, because obviously Michael Carrick has only 16 games left. So I don't think Michael Carrick has the time to maneuver. He doesn't have the time to experiment. Those days are gone now. Michael Carrick will be picking the first team every single game from now on until the end of the season. There will be no Kalungis, Fredricksons, Obi Martins, Musas, JJ Gabriels. He can't play anyway. There will be none of them. And it'll be a rare start for Shea Lacey and things like that now. Because what Carrick is going to be looking at is going to be looking at winning football matches. You know, the time for experiments come in the preseason now. Carrick doesn't know. Obviously, he's not going to be well grounded in regards to every single player that plays in the youth team. So Amram knew, but obviously Carrick's just turned up for football club. Unfortunately, Obi Martin, I don't think will get an opportunity. I would like him to go on loan. I would like to see more of him, and I'll keep an eye on him as well and see how he does and stuff like that. Kenny, PSR and FFP bollocks. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely bollocks, guys. How 200% they have loads of money. Look, guys, listen, I live in the Middle East, Rajat, and they treat money, they don't worship money. You see the difference between the Middle East and Americans, for example, and British people. The Middle East, they do not worship money. Taxes, this, that, laundering, all this crap, right? The Middle East spend money. The Middle East spend money to be the best. The West, in regards to Britain and America, spend money for business, to earn more money. Jim Ratcliffe spends money so he can earn more money. Qatar will spend money to make us the best. That's the difference. Qatar's main purpose would be making Man United the best. How much would it cost? Doesn't matter. Like I said yesterday, how much would it cost for Anderson? How much would it cost for Adam Wharton? How much would it cost for Angelo Stiller? That's all they're going to be doing. Can we get him? Yeah, take them in, take him, just give him in. Doesn't matter how much it costs. Give him it, how much will it cost? For example, guys, I'll give you an example. Jim Ratcliffe will walk into a shop and say, how much is that? Qatar will walk into a shop and say, give me that. That's the difference, right? That's the difference between Qatar and obviously Jim and stuff like that. That's the difference between the two there, right there. We need a full sale. Need a glaze at the football club. Ineos need to leave as well. Ineos have been a failure so far. Look, I hope they turn it around. I do. But the lies, the manipulation, the negativity, the numbers, they don't match up with their promises. The best in class, they called it. Wow. Some people, my goodness me, fell for this nonsense. The best in class. We're going to buy Man United by 2026. All that kerfuffle, you know what I mean, is absolute nonsense. They were never going to buy. And many of us said it way back then, that they're not going to buy the football club. Are you joking? They're going to buy the football club in 2026. Why don't they just buy it now? And they didn't, did they? There you go. Haters say he was at AI apparently, but he managed to find himself at the World Cup Championship final, didn't he? And many people met him in the streets. Met him. I knew it anyway because obviously I know about him and I knew it. It's just because some people don't like to flaunt themselves on the camera doesn't mean they don't exist like Jim Ratcliffe does. You know what I mean? Flaunts himself on the camera and stuff. But isn't it funny? Don't you think it's funny? You've heard not a peep from Jim Ratcliffe. You heard nothing from him. The guy who's the big mouth. Oh, it's the transfer window. I better hide. Armadillo FC, guys. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. If we keep floundering, everybody else is improving team. And then, guys, look, I said it yesterday. Let me just write this message back. 1 second. It's my wife. Let me just write this back. It's like being in a 100-meter sprint, right? And you're there alongside Usain Bolt, Linford Christie, all the great sprinters of all time. And you're there, and he goes 1, 3, 2, 1, go. And Linford Christie, Usain Bolt, they go running way ahead of you. And you're like, well, you know what? We're going to walk to the right destination rather than running to the wrong destination. And they're going on and on and on and on, further and further and further away. What's going to happen? Are we going to catch up? We're not going to catch up. They're going to get further and further and further away from us. You know what I mean? He may go Anasea with Cristiano Ronaldo getting potential bonus. I would love to see Cristiano Ronaldo. By the way, Cristiano Ronaldo is apparently in a new movie, isn't he? Fast and Furious, the new Fast and Furious movie. I said it before that Cristiano Ronaldo become an actor. I told you guys, didn't I? He's not interested in management at the moment. He's interested in being an actor. I said it, guys. He's going to be in the new Fast and Furious. Elliot Anderson, red card versus last night. Yeah. They lost that 1-0, didn't they? Big up, Tyrell. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Guys, hope everything is blessed with you. Guys. Black Sheep. Moving like a big club, laying the groundwork for Anderson already. Wilcox and co will probably start talking to his camp in June. Touch on the incompetence of these fraggies. Absolutely, mate. I agree with that. Vino, Baleba is not great this season. Will he blow up big time with Vecina? Well, I hope so, Vino, because he will be a Man United player one day. Baleba. Cooler. Baleba is fitting Ineos' bill. They have chosen him, but if Casemiro and Ugarte leaves, we must get Baleba. Neves cheap, Anderson. I mean, yeah, the people's choice. Anderson is everyone's choice. Anderson is wanted by a lot of clubs around Europe, including Real Madrid. And still a healthy competition. Let me say, Anderson, still are better than Baleba. So that's not competition. Baleba be competition for them. They're better than them, factually. Raja, if it will be comfortable top 3 with at least 5 or 6. But let me tell you something about Baleba is not playing well. You know, we don't have much money, guys. We buy Baleba and he doesn't play well next season. Forget the Vitinha talk. Forget that he's going to be this, he's going to be that. I'm going to be an astronaut. It doesn't matter what I'm going to be. What are you now? You know what I mean? Oh, don't worry. You know what? You know, Kalungi is going to be Paolo Maldini. You know, I don't care what's going to happen in the future. I want to know what's going to happen now. You know what I mean? Absolutely. It does contribute to Europe as well. It does contribute to European football as well. The revenue contributes to European football, Max. It's not just what the fans do, mate. Look it up. Go to ChatGPT. You find it for yourself. Look, the reasons. Get the league. Copy that. Put it in ChatGPT. It will give you an example of everything that is making Man United lose money. Sackings, non-European football, and obviously all that in between. All that shabazz. You know what I mean? Money from TV companies and things like that. It's not just the fans buying merchandise. The fans always buy merchandise. That's not the problem. Samuel, my stepdad, who is a Chelsea fan, believes Manchester United fans are jealous because Arsenal are successful. Why are we jealous? I've seen it all. I've seen 13 titles. Why would I be jealous of them? I think they're a good club, and I think they run properly like a proper football club, and they have patience. And I don't have any jealousy in regards to them. Why? We need 2 6s now. Casemiro is leaving. Yeah, we're lucky to get one, weren't we? At the end of the day, guys, we'd be lucky to get one. United for life. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Big up, Sal. It's a disgrace that some cool fans still don't see that the Glazers and Ineos are no good for our team. Then they are giving empty promises. We need quality midfielders. United for life. I agree with you, mate. There are some of them are still to this very day making excuses for Ineos. Making excuses. It's unreal, guys. I cannot fathom this. It's embarrassing. I'll be honest, guys. It is embarrassing. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it really is embarrassing. It is embarrassing, guys. Mr. Reneso, big up Reneso. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Hope everyone is blessed in the stream, guys. Big up the members as well, guys. We need them out of the football club. We needed a full sale, and we needed Qatar to come back. Of course, that would be absolutely lovely if that managed to happen, guys. Will Qatar come back? Who knows, guys? You know, it would be amazing if they did. Will the Glazers sell? As long as this regeneration project is going on, I can't see them selling. I really can't. Unless Qatar come out with a £10 billion offer, which Man United are worth 3. I mean, they've got money, but they're not that stupid, guys. You know? They want money. The Glazers want money, not only for Man United. They want money, not only for the debt. They want money for the regeneration project too. So if basically Qatar come in with an offer, right? They're going to go, well, we want the money that we're in line to make with the regeneration project too, which has nothing to do with Qatar, but they want money for that. So we're in line. If the regeneration project goes through, we want the money that we're going to make in the regeneration project as well. Why would Qatar do that? And that's what I'm talking about. And this is what people don't understand. Oh, they didn't come out with the money, did they? Use your head. Listen, people don't throw away billions. They don't throw it away. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, they're not going to give them billions for free. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, Man United were 3 to 4 billion maximum. We offered about 5 to 6 billion, which includes the debt cleared. That was more than enough to sell Man United. Now they're asking for 10. 10. I mean, I wish that we had a collaboration with Saudi Arabia and Qatar, and they both can join forces and, you know what I mean, put away their differences, and they can both purchase Manchester United. That'd be absolutely fantastic, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? Be absolutely brilliant. Absolutely. Guys, I want to thank everyone for joining me today. Have a great Friday, everyone. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Smash a like, guys. Are we on 50 likes yet? Look, we had over 100 in the house today. We got to get over 50 likes, guys. If you guys can do that, it'd be absolutely fun. Don't forget to smash a like. Don't forget to put your notifications on, okay, when I go live as well, wherever I am, guys. And also, guys, don't forget to put your to subscribe if you're new as well. Of course, if you've just turned up to Stretford Post, subscribe and welcome to the family. I really appreciate you all, guys. I'm on Mo's channel later on tonight as well. Judge Mo, of course, big up the legend. And I will be there later on tonight about 5 p.m. UK. All right, guys. So I'll see you then. Have a great day, night, evening, wherever you are in the world. And guys, you are absolute. 2 more likes, guys. 2 more likes. Have a great morning, great night, great evening, wherever you are in the world, guys. Much love to you all. You are the legends. Thank you so much. And I'll see you later on in the day. Take it easy. Peace.